Hey there, I'm Carrie Asby. I am a wellness coach, author, and founder of Nature Heart Safari. Today I'm going to talk about how to pack for safari sustainable style. I take people to wellness retreats down in South Africa. So this is just to help them get ready for their trip and make sure they're well prepared. I actually grew up with two very active parents up in the Pacific Northwest who loved the mountains, and winter, spring, summer, fall, it didn't matter, we were playing in the backcountry. By the time I was 3, I was skiing, backpacking by 8, my high school graduation. I actually climbed Mount Hood with my dad. My dad always told me, he said, there's no such thing as poor weather. There's just being poorly prepared. When I was in New York City as a sustainable stylist, I told my clients the exact same thing. I want people to be prepared for all the elements so that you can enjoy the experience no matter what. If it's scorching hot, I still want you to just have that moment where you see the lions and you're just like, whoa, not worried about the heat. You get caught in a rainstorm, and it happens. Like, there was a time we were caught in a rainstorm and the elephants came out and were dancing in the water. If I didn't have the right clothes and one person didn't, she was miserable. She was just underneath hiding the whole time. She totally missed out on the dancing elephants. So having the right clothes and being prepared, it's gonna help the experience. It's called enclosed cognitive, and it's how your clothes have an effect on you. And when you have the right clothes on, it gives you an extra element of confidence. So wearing the right clothes is something that I'm here to help you guys do. Fabrics. Try to aim for things that are not bulky, that are easy to fold, very packable. We want to be able to layer up, and so having clothes that are not bulky are going to help with that, but also it's going to help making sure that you have room in your suitcase. We want to have fabrics that can pull away moisture and dry quick, and ideally not have any odor. Clothes that are easy to care for. Can you wash it quick in cold water with an all-natural soap, shake it out, and have it dry by morning? That's going to make your trip all the more better. You just don't know what's going to happen. You might want to clean yourself up really quick, and you want to be able to do that easily. Colors, that's the biggest question. What do I wear on a safari? Truth be told, it really doesn't matter to the animals. Well, I shouldn't say that. For most of the animals, it really doesn't matter. The colors, you want to be able to blend in just for your own experience and for the other people around you. Earth tones, natural colors, it just feels right. It doesn't make anything stand out, and it's like being part of nature. When you go on a safari, you're down to be immersed in nature. So in the hot pink, no, it's not an African color. Go with the colors that are going to be in your environment. And also, it does, yes, it does look better in the photos. I talk about sustainable style. So this is about packing with the earth in mind. The reason why we do this is when you take care of the planet, you're taking care of your home. And so you are taking care of yourself. So it just adds an extra layer of purpose when you add that mindfulness into your packing. So instead of going out and trying to buy new, try these things first. Is there something you already have that maybe just can be altered or repaired, and then it'll work? Is there something that you can borrow from a friend, neighbor, family? Is that something that they would be like, yeah, love for you to wear, get some good use out of it? Try a clothing swap. You can find them on Facebook or community calendars. Generally, you bring something and you get something in exchange. I mean, I've taken brand new things to clothing swaps with tags still on them, so you could always find something, a gem there. You can also try a local consignment resale store. I know, especially like in athletic, outdoorsy places, they actually have sport-specific resale. So you might be able to go to an outdoor store, a resale store, and get something that way. And Patagonia, they have wornwear.com. When you sell back some of your clothes, they turn around and sell it. So you can buy a Patagonia, it's wornwear.com. So if you have to buy something, which happens, don't beat yourself up, but here are 2 guidelines to follow. First, can you support a local business, something that's family run or mom and pop, something that is locally run versus a big corporation thing? And then when you do find a store, do a little research and ask. Were people harmed? You know, who made this? What was the process? What was the manufacturing? What are the materials? Try to support the ones that are actually doing no harm or trying their best to do no harm. Everyone still has a lot of work to do. No one's perfect. But if they're trying their best and they're doing as much as they can, try to support them as you can. What to wear? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start from head to toe and work down each item that I would put in my bag with going on a safari. So first, we're going to start with our head. And I would go for a hat that's going to be able to protect you from the sun and cover up your ears. A bucket hat or a wide brim hat, anything like that. But then also keep in mind that some mornings and some evenings, it's going to get really cold. So you're going to want some sort of insulation hat, like a beanie, or just something that's going to keep you warm. And then obviously you're going to be in the sun, knock on wood. Don't forget your sunglasses. If you wear glasses or wear contacts, pack an extra pair just in case they get lost, broke, whatever. You're going to need to have those around. I would also pack a lightweight scarf, and it can be used to keep you warm on the chillier days. You can wrap it around your ears and nose and protect yourself from the wind that way. So now we're going to go with our base layers, your undies and bras, and then we're going to go with tank tops, short sleeve shirt, a long sleeve shirt. And then you can go with your insulation layer, a sweater, fleece. I like down because it's so lightweight, it's breathable, it's good insulation, it's packable. But I also know that there are synthetic things out there that are just as great. And then you're gonna need protection from wind and rain, because it does sometimes rain. So a lightweight, wind resistant, rain protective jacket. You might want to also consider something for your leg protection, some pants. You could bring a poncho instead of a rain jacket, and that will cover up your legs pretty well as well. Then we're gonna go with shorts, longer pants, and either leggings or thermals. Bring your gloves. Then remember something to sleep in, your favorite. Keep yourself cozy and comfy. Socks. I like wool because they pull away moisture and dry quick. Keep those things in mind. Like you might gonna be washing them a few times or once, and then you want to be able to get them clean, have them dry, and keep themselves from getting smelly. And then if you're going towards the beach, swimsuit. You never know when someone's gonna invite you to a hot tub. And then wear whatever you put over your beach attire. If you wear your favorite tank top, or if you have shorts and shirt, or if you have a sundress, bring that along just as well. And then shoes. I would start out thinking of something sturdy and lightweight, something that you're gonna wear on safari rides and when you go on hikes. So you want it to be able to support you, but you don't want something clunky. Just something a little more lightweight. You can just go with like a little tenny or whatever that's not as heavy. Just a little more casual, lightweight, knocking around, but something with toes. And then for either a swimming pool or just around your cabin or going to the beach, some sort of lightweight flip-flop. That is that's just something that you can just knock around indoors or close to where you're not going to be getting bitten by anything. That is something you do want to keep your toes covered when walking in the bush. You just never know what's out there. So those are what I would pack from head to toe, and they're going to be listed in the notes as well, everything, so that you didn't have to memorize it. What bag to use? Going into South Africa, the airlines, they have a little more leniency. They're bigger planes. But once you get deeper into the bush, those planes are smaller and they have more limits as far as what the size and the weight of your bag should be. When you book your flight, contact the airlines, find out what they require, what their limitations are, and then use a bag accordingly. Many of them, and I prefer it as well, recommend a softer shell bag. It's just easier to move around and maneuver and get them into the smaller planes. When it comes to accessories, these are the ones that I have on my list. First and foremost, camera. you're just gonna have so many opportunities to take some amazing photos. Pack your camera, and if you have a fancy one with all the bells and whistles, refresh your memory, make sure you know all those bells and whistles before you go. And if you're like, oh, I'd love to take a fancy camera, but I don't want to invest in one, which is fair, there's other ways. You can maybe borrow it from a friend or even rent one. Some lodges even rent them out, but that's definitely, something you should check into before you go. When you bring your fancy camera, bring all the memory cards, the backup batteries, backup lenses. Just make sure you have everything that you're going to need in case something goes wrong. You are going to be in some elements, so you're going to want to protect yourself. Bring your face block, sunblock, bring your body block, and definitely bring your lip block. You're going to be outdoors exposed for quite a bit of period of time, and you're going to want to be able to protect yourself. And that being said, you're also might be out walking about. You're going to want to bring your heavy-duty bug spray. I would love to be able to use that all-natural bug spray that works pretty darn well, especially, on times when I go camping in the US. However, you've got to be realistic, and South Africa is a little more extreme, and you're going to need the extreme stuff that just keeps those nasty bugs from biting you. You've got to protect yourself. And you're also going to want to bring a bag or a small backpack for your camera, for your sunblock, for your layers. So something that you can just store your things in for during the day. For those electric things, your camera, phone, or whatever, you're gonna need the converter from the plug-in to their outlet. They have a different voltage, so you're gonna need that converter that can make sure that your electronic device is in sync with theirs, and that you're gonna be able to charge your things. And one last thing that I would also pack is just a little tiny reusable bottle of an all-natural soap. This is something that you can do your own little washing on the side. Just do it in the sink and hang it up into the bathroom and be able to just have your clothes clean that way. And also sometimes if you run out of soap, you just have a little backup. These little accessories, they just make your life all the better. Most people go through some pretty big transformation when they're going out into a safari for the first time, especially for the first time. And you want to be able to document that. You want to be able to share that experience. You want to be able to put it down and have that memory. When you journal, it is the same as speaking your voice and being heard at the same time. So pack your journal and be able to document those moments. There's one thing I almost forgot. If you are going on a more of a luxury safari, you're going to want to be able to change in some clothes at dinner time that you just had not been wearing during the day. So go ahead, pack a pair or two of extra slacks, 2 or 3 extra tops. If you haven't thrown in a sweater, you might want to consider doing that. And it doesn't need to be fancy. It can be really simple and casual. It's just really nice to be able to have something to slip into when you've come back from your day's adventure. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that helpful. Definitely reach out if you have any questions. And to know more about my safari, go to natureheartsafari.com. The next one's coming up in June 2024, and there'll be more to come. Take good care of yourselves. Mwah. Be well.